Thank you everyone for coming today. As we announced earlier, our senior coach Ken Hinkley has advised the club that he will step aside from the senior coaching role at season's end, with current assistant coach Josh Carr appointed as his successor in 2026. Look, Ken has had open communication with the club over the pre-season and confirmed that 2025 would be his last season as senior coach here at Port Adelaide. Most importantly, Ken is as enthusiastic and energised as ever and will be doing everything he can to deliver premiership success to our people in 2025. Ken has always prioritised the best interests of the club, and I can't emphasise that enough. He has always done that, and providing this certainty for our football program in advance allows us the best opportunity to transition well. He's recognised we have a senior coach in waiting already in our ranks, and I'm delighted to confirm on behalf of the Port Adelaide Football Club that Josh Carr will lead the club from 2026. Ken certainly believes we have the right man standing right here at Port Adelaide in 2025 to be the next senior coach for the club. So congratulations, Josh. As a club who has qualified in the top four for the past 5 seasons, we're also in a pretty fortunate position to be able to confirm this transition plan into the future whilst our program continues to be strong and a really strong position. Ken will continue to lead and coach our group this season as we continue to chase ultimate success, as we do every year, whilst Josh continues in his role in supporting Ken as an assistant in 2025 and preparing to take over in 2026. Look, when we reappointed Ken in 2023, our focus immediately went to the future. At that time, the board challenged Chief Executive Matthew Richardson, Chris Davies and the football department to ensure we had a viable internal candidate for the next senior coach role whenever that time was to be. Good organisations are always planning for the future, and we always are. As an organisation, when we identify great talent, we like to develop and promote it, whether it be our current chief executive, our current head of high performance, or indeed our next senior coach. It's the reason why we're the only AFL club with a full-time development coach just for coaches. We like developing internally. That's who we are. The discussion with Josh at the time was that we believed he had the right attributes to be a senior coach in the future and potentially a senior coach here at Port Adelaide. He's a Port Adelaide premiership player. He gets who we are. He's a bloke with great values aligned with us. But it was always based on him continuing to develop. We and Ken have said publicly on numerous occasions that we believe Josh Carr had the potential to be a successful senior coach, and we hoped that would be here at Port Adelaide. We've made no secret of that. And across the last 18 months, we've seen Josh continue to develop, and his trajectory continues in the right direction to lead our club in his own right from 2026. And can I say, Ken has played a massive part in Josh's development toward being a senior coach and his ability to connect with the playing group. I've always said a senior coach, a head coach, has got to be a great leader of young men. Ken is certainly that, and Josh will be that as well. To be in a position to coach an AFL club for 13 years and to put in place his successor is an incredible testament to Ken's legacy that he leaves behind to this club. You know, people always say the true acknowledgement of a person's success is the quality of their successor. Thank you again, Ken, for always putting the club first. We're delighted to confirm this transition is now officially in place, with Josh formally signing and contracted as Port Adelaide senior coach from 2026 and beyond. All right. Now you two can get back to work.
Thanks, David.
Just kidding.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Sorry, guys. Oh, that one's going to fall over. Might be the new job. Next to the mics. Again, to start, thanks Thanks very much. I appreciate the words. As David said, I've enjoyed open dialogue with the club for some time now in regards to my final season in charge at Port Adelaide. Here at Port Adelaide, we'll always have an eye for the future, and as I've been saying for some time, Josh Carr will be an outstanding future senior coach of this football club. Congratulations, Josh. Probably hung around a little bit too long for you, but congratulations, Josh, on your appointment. I have no doubt you'll be a very successful coach here at Port Adelaide. Without question, I still have the fire and the burn and the desire to lead this club in 2025. I'm fresh, I'm recharged, I have the privilege of leading a very driven playing group and coaching group. Not for one moment do I take this role for granted. I will do everything in my power to deliver ultimate success to our club in 2025. But come the end of the season, it will be time to hand the baton on, and I do that knowing the club is in the best possible hands for a new era under Josh Carr. And I'm very, very happy to take your questions now.
Is this a sad day for you, given how much you love this club?
Not sad. Not sad. It's an exciting day for me. And it's an exciting day for us as a footy club and for Josh and for David and the board. It's such an exciting day to finally get to that point where you've given a lot, but what you know the most is we're ready. And that's what we are. We're ready at the end of 25 for this to happen.
Was there a moment? Why now?
Why now? Because once it becomes clear and you want to make sure in this football industry, you have to be at your absolute best. There can't be any doubts going forward. There can't be anything in your mind that's distracting you from the job. For me, I know exactly what I have to do now. And I know exactly what's coming, and there's no surprises. And I've got a great second man behind me, backing me up all the way through this year, and as he has done for the last 3 years. So I just know it's right.
When did you know it was right? When did you kind of decide? Was there a moment for you?
Took a bit of time. Because as I've said this before, I'm a bit of a fighter. But there comes a time where you just know. And I can't really explain that to you, Simeon, any more than I just knew. And I just knew that for the club and for the players and for Josh, there was just a time for Ken to go.
How was it?
Luckily enough, I didn't have to tell him, because I don't think I would have got through that bit.
We told.
Richo, with my blessing, because I just didn't think I'd get through that.
Have any of them reached out to you to,
They've only just found out. So some of them, they clearly have. I mean, they're an outstanding group of young people. We're an outstanding footy club. They don't let people they care about make decisions like that without care back. That's what I love.
does that make it, I guess, more difficult? I guess how strong a relationship you have with these people?
No, it doesn't, because I see the relationship they have with all of us. We like to name the senior coach as the only person. We've got a great footy club that's full of great people, and they will miss bits at some point, but not until we do really well in 2025. So they can then move on to what's next.
Training feel at all different than giving
Not one bit.
Why is he the right person to be the next senior person? Like, what have you seen about him, the way he goes about it?
I'll give him my really honest views. He's done it the right way. How old are you, Josh, now?
45 next month.
45. I took over at 46. I'd coached for 15 years. I'd coached my own team. I'd coached other teams. I'd been to other environments. I'd seen good programs. And you need to do it the right way. And for me, that's why I was really confident that Josh needed to get an opportunity, because he's done it absolutely the right way. He's coached premiership teams, he's been to other clubs. He's mad passionate at Port Adelaide for a start. That also helps. But and he knows how we work. He values what I value. He's perfect.
How excited are you came to have a season where people aren't talking?
I'm not sure what you're going to ask me next week. What were the questions you'll ask me this year? Will we actually win a game of footy?
Did that weigh in the decision of not following through that same thing the entirety of this year? And you lose a couple of games and immediately it's like, what now? Do you need to go, that sort of thing?
Not too much, but I did have a thought of protecting people. And I can cope. I can cope with most of it all the time, but I think it's unfair. If you look at history, it's really unfair with that question keep getting asked, but it was always going to keep getting asked while I was here. Now it can't be, because if you ask me next time, the end of September 2025, see ya.
What about a flip question though, Ken? What about if you do the ultimate success this year, how hard would it be not to go on again and say, actually, I wouldn't mind doing this again?
I dream my whole life. It'll be much, much easier than you would think. Imagine getting that, with the amount of effort everyone's put in. It'd be ultimately great. I know how hard it is, though. I've done this for a long time. I'm not looking for that guarantee. I'm just looking for an opportunity and a chance. What I start out every year is give me a chance, and I'll give you my best.
Could you stick around though? Like John hasn't seen me in another role. You're like, in 2026.
Not today. No, not now. It's not something I even think about because I'm so passionate about this year and about the football. I'm not even thinking about what's 2020. What'd you say, 6?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got no idea what's next after because I've only got to worry about Friday's internal trial that we're going to have and then the following week and then the following week. I've got such great distractions now not to worry about and I'm not in a hurry to worry about that. I said before, I've got great energy. Energy's not an issue. That's okay.
Did you think about doing what John did though and walk away without coaching this year?
Yeah. Yes is the answer. But the outcome is this.
So what swayed you to see from you?
I'm still right. I'm still right to do it. I still had the energy to do it. I still had the passion to do it. I still think there's some help I can still give the club and Josh to be 100% ready. What I do like about the clarity of this one is for us and as a footy club is the time now allows us great preparation time. It doesn't jeopardise our program. For all those who think it might jeopardise our program, we have too good a program with great people that would have any damage done to this program this year by this handover. All it will do was only reinforce our commitment.
Being given opportunities as a coach also, it's an honour and a privilege to be chosen as one of the core leaders at this football club.
Just on that, I'm sure getting into senior coaching gig anywhere would be special, but Port Adelaide drafted you, win a flag here, bring you back a couple of times, both in the coaching and in playing, to actually do it here. What does that mean to Josh Carr?
Like I guess as I touched on, like the privilege that I feel of being in charge of a football club, that's had such a significant impact on me personally, but also my family over time. Every time I left after the flag, and quite easily you can be seen as a bit of a villain, in doing that. But then if you give an opportunity to come back at the end of my career as a player, and then as a coach, every time I walk back into this football club, it feels real and it feels like me, to be honest. So I don't take that lightly as far as this opportunity has been a coach and being the senior coach of this footy club. I feel like I owe the club a lot. That doesn't guarantee that, I bring automatic success, but I feel like my journey as a coach and the impact that this club has had on that journey, I've been able to go away and learn and get better as a coach, but come back, and the investment that's been put on into me as from the club, with the resources, with coach development, all those things has been significant. So I'm honoured.
You touched on earlier about how long this succession plan has been moved. When did you know that you were going to be the next coach from Port Adelaide, and when Ken started?
Yeah, well, it didn't get solidified until the last couple of weeks. So I've been in conversations with a number of people around this football club, but those conversations have been around my improvement and me developing as a coach and making sure that I'm ready. And I've felt ready for a long time, but at the same time, you're always learning, and I'll never stop learning as a coach. So being patient and making sure that I'm a sponge to the people around me, in Ken and the other coaches that I've been over at Freo with Justin, and learning from him. Every moment that I've been coaching is about having my eyes on the future and being a senior coach, but at the same time making sure that I'm the best assistant coach I can be.
What makes it feel like you are ready now? I mean, obviously you're taking over for another 10 months, but what makes you feel like you are ready now?
I think time in the game is one part of it, but also when I left in 2015 and when coached North Adelaide, that was about, for me personally, that was about my development as a coach and learning a lot about myself, being in charge of your own team and managing a group of players to boards to whatever it is. That was the first part of it, and then when I went back in the system in the AFL, I was really conscious of not coming back here. To start off with, I felt that I needed to go to another football club to learn and learn more about the way other football clubs work. And again, that was, I made sure that it was somewhere else. And then, you know, obviously coming back here, I felt like, I ticked those boxes, being ready, and then, you know, understanding on where we're at as a football club, that there might be an opportunity here. Now, there was no guarantees in that, but I guess for my family and for me and for this football club, me being here was where I thought I should be.